What's up guys, Joshua here with Joshua's Lawn Care. Now we were getting ready to mow this property and I was going to film a bunch of stuff. Took a second to check the radar and realized that, oh man, rain was moving in and it was moving in fast. So I made the decision to put the camera down and we buckled down and knocked this property out real quick right before the rain hit us. So that being said, we didn't get a whole lot of filming this day other than in the car.
What up, dudes? So we are just finished our big commercial and the rain came. It's about 10 a.m. and so it's going to rain till like 11:30. So we're kind of going to be in a holding pattern for a while. What do you think, Tater?
It's like we're a plane.
Huh? This is my son, Thomas.
Hello.
Thomas, see how much he looks like his mother? Anyway, so man, I got a sty in my eye, guys. I don't know if you can see that thing. That thing hurts. It's like right on my eyelid. But it's better than it was a week ago, so it's like getting better. Hot compresses, triple antibiotic, silver, all that stuff. But anyway, we'll get back to you guys after we get back mowing again. Probably gonna have to let it dry out for a half hour or so after it stops raining, so we're not just totally loading our deck with grass, because I really don't feel like having to stop after every mow and scrape the deck out. It really sucks. It sucks scraping the deck. Say that again?
Does it actually suck scraping a deck?
I don't know. Have you ever scraped a deck?
No, but
So, yeah, you wouldn't know.
I just figured I'd ask because you emphasized that
The best part about scraping your deck is playing that game, Is That Poop or Is That Mud?
Oh, that's nasty. Let's not do that.
For the record, it's always poop.
Yeah.
So-
Got this little itsy bitsy bed.
So I'm just getting a quick overview. I hope we can... I think that might be the dog fence she was talking about. I don't know whether or not she would want mulch in there or not.
I doubt it. Not unless that's the dog fence over there.
No, it's just like a bordering fence. Okay, so it looks like this was once stone, maybe. I don't know. This is obviously stone, but that's not. It's tight access too. There's no getting a multi-force back here for this mulch. There is none. Like there's one gate here, one gate there, and they're way too tight to break. So it'll all have to be wheelbarrowed in here. That means it's going to be top price on the mulch. I'm not saying it like it's a good thing. I feel bad. This looks like it's supposed to be garden space. I don't know. Might have been better if she was here to walk us through it. So that, all of this space, it's beautiful. It'll be a fun spot to hang out in. Like, I don't know. It's like she wanting this mulched.
I don't think so, because this looks more like...
It looks like at one time it was full garden space. It would look great mulched, even that around there. That little, like those patches in between the entryways. Because if not, these grasses are going to grow up and be ugly. Like this all needs taking care of. I'm going to have to get a pretty comprehensive quote on this. That there. Even that's a little bed, like what? 1 by 10. It's like
the back is just blocked.
It's like 10 square foot there or something like that. I think that's everything.
What about under that tree? Is she gonna want under that big old pine right there?
I would think not. It probably doesn't grow much of anything under there anyway. What is going on with that? Is this, I wonder if the people that lived here just bagged their grass and this is where they'd been throwing the grass for years. Potting soils. Because, wow. Alright, some debris that needs taken out of here. That's fine, that just needs weeded. All right, I mean, I guess we're gonna start measuring beds because it's like this had pea gravels. It's all done in though, like it all needs redone. This is a beautiful space. It really does need a lot of work though. All right, I guess we'll start with this bed, getting a fairly accurate measurement on this. This is the time when that Moser 2 Pro would come in handy. All right, we're gonna start getting measurements. All right, guys, so some of the video I showed you before was because I hadn't had permission yet from the customer, but now we have permission. So we're gonna be coming in here and cleaning like this stuff up and just weeding out the beds, weeding everything out. We're gonna be doing mulch install here, and everything you guys seen in the backyard. We'll be cutting in bed edge around a lot of these, like these. We'll hand cut some of the small tree rings. We'll use a bed edger on some of these bigger ones. We're gonna be adding new bed edge over here, mulching everything up, and it looks like we're gonna be using a natural brown mulch, probably double ground. Just mulching all these beds, and then in the back, cutting in new bed edging, cleaning everything up. We're gonna change some of the lines here and there just to make things a little bit more curvaceous, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty certain I showed you guys everything in the backyard, but I've got all of our measurements, tentative numbers. These are lilac, but those are not. Sorry, Wendy was talking about what she thought. Those are not lilac. Oh, these are burning bush. I'm pretty sure these are burning bush. No, those are lilac, these are burning bush. These turn auburn, really bright maroon. Yeah, in the fall. They get really bright colored, orangey, red, maroon. All right, I think I've showed you guys everything I have to show. But anyway, so me and Wendy are just finishing up this one. I gotta go home and run the numbers on it, and now I gotta go meet a second client for another project. Maybe I'll take you along for that. I'll roll this windows up for a second, turn the air conditioning on. It got pretty warm today. It's 70 now. We started the day out at like 39 degrees.
Uninhibited all day.
It's a
It's
beautiful
had a little
day.
bit of cloud cover.
Well,
but
they
not
got the
anything.
chemtrails
Yeah.
peppering the sky now. Anybody who says chemtrails aren't real, you obviously don't read reality.
Obviously, you don't look at the sky because clouds don't make a straight line. See, like that one going right there, that's a chemtrail.
I've turned into a conspiracy theorist and I love it. But anyway,
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, an aluminum foil hat.
I already have one. I made 6 last week.
Where?
Just
Liar. I will make it look like a boat.
anyway,
Like a boat hat.
she's hilarious. So now we're going on to the next property that we're going to quote, and she told me she's got lots of stuff she needs me to do. So I'm actually a bit scared. So she has branches and debris and leaves and things like that need cleaned up. She says she needs her lawn mowed, edged, and she said mulch, maybe, I don't know for sure, but she's basically like, oh, I got all kinds of projects and I can't do it anymore. So it's one of the great things about Worcester is that there are a lot of elderly in Worcester, and not just elderly, but elderly with finances. So they're willing to pay to have the stuff they can't do anymore done. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about trying to take on a few more landscape projects this year that we haven't done. Not that we don't have the knowledge, it's just that we've never really run all these numbers and put together some of these larger jobs. And I'm already seeing that I've done more in one-off jobs, as in mulch and spring cleanups and stuff like that this year, than I have in mowing so far. The more of these we get, the better our top line will be at the end of the year. I am tentatively saying that this will be the first year that we become a 6-figure lawn care business, and I'm pretty sure that we'll make it, Lord willing. I'm kind of excited about that because we've been scraping by. The last 2 years have not been that much different in income, and now that I've got Wendy back on the roster and we've got Thomas coming in to work with us, I definitely see our productivity on mowing is a lot faster. we've meshed together in working as a team on these side projects really well, and we've all kind of got it down of like who's doing what we're doing, and I'm learning a lot better about just how to direct my team so that they know what it is I expect from them that we need to do, and kind of, you know, I'm OCD, so I like things done in a process, and when people jump ahead or get off track, it frustrates me. But if I'm not telling people what the plan is, how do I expect them to know what the plan is? Right, babe?
Thank you, Jesus, that you freaking caught on to that one.
That used to be her biggest pet peeve when we get on these projects. I know what I want to do and it's in my mind, but I wasn't doing a good job of like laying out the steps of what we're going to do, how we're going to do things, because in my head I'm like, we got to go, we got to hustle, we got to go, we got all this work to do, I've got to bid for a certain amount of time, we got to get it done. But I was losing time by not getting my team on the same page, and you know, it took a couple of hard projects and some almost arguments between us for me to really recognize that part of being a good leader is literally giving good direction. So thank you, Lord, for giving me that. Anyway, we're going to get onto this property and meet the client.
Okay guys, so I thought I would give you a quick tutorial on how I utilize the deck on my 60-inch grandstand mower. So I used to run 52-inch grandstands, and we would run wheel mark to wheel mark. So you would put the edge of the tire on the other edge of the last mark of the tire. But instead, now that we're running a 60-inch, you see I put the edge of the discharge chute right on the edge of the wheel mark. And then when I come around the corner and I turn around and go back the other way, I'm going to use the trim side of the deck, and I'm going to put the edge of it right on the outside edge of the tire mark. A lot of times when you're cutting grass, the grass isn't tall enough sometimes to be able to really see a defined line of where you've cut and where you have it. And doing it this way keeps you in line and lets you utilize the full width of your deck. And the wheel marks are almost always seeable. So,
Alright guys, a quick eyeball here. We mowed it once, and then we raised the deck up from 3.5 to 4 inches and mowed it again to really make the lines pop. And it gives you an opportunity to kind of straighten out anything that isn't perfectly straight. Which this one still has got a little wave in it, which I'm not that concerned. What? Is that a dandelion?
It's like 3.
This
thing's
crazy.
massive. Look at that.
I'm
Thomas.
Hi Thomas. That's our son. Just a quick look here. So, you know, if you don't know, I learned that from Spencer Lawn Care. You know, you mow it once, and then if you got a lot of clippings that didn't disperse very well, raise the deck up 1/2 inch. I went from 3.5 to 4 inch, and I ran those lines again. It makes them pop real good. It burns them in real nice, and it disperses those clippings, because having that little bit of extra lift in the deck gets more airflow, so it'll pick them up and throw it all around. So that's where we're at. Second mow on this property. Next week we'll come in and we'll run the diagonals on. So we're gonna move on to the next property. You get those lines running through.
We did a pretty good job.
Came out pretty
Biff,
nice.
Biff.
It's about a 2.5, 2.25 acre property. And freaking Ford problems. This thing is venting out of the transmission again. And I've got smoke rolling out of here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Stinks like burning transmission fluid. This is getting frustrating. This is my second transmission. They just replaced it last fall. I don't know if you can see the smoke rolling out of there or not. Yeah, I can see it on the camera. Yeah. It just smells like transmission fluid. It's getting frustrating. I run into haul mode. I don't hard throttle. I drive it like it should be driven. We're not towing anything real heavy. It's supposed to have an 11,400 pound tow rating. I have max maybe 4,500 pounds. 5,000 at the most. Frustrating.